The filming here was Little House on the Prairie with the Ingalls family. Michael Landon played Charles Ingalls in that. Another TV show, Gunsmoke, took place in Dodge City, Kansas. Matt Dillon was the big tall marshal, and Miss Kitty was the pretty lady with red hair that owned the saloon. Doc Adams was there, and Festus Hagen. Festus' name was Ken Curtis. He talked funny and wore an old floppy looking hat and rode a mule all the time. In real life, he'd been a real good singer, professional singer. He started singing in California with a group of men called the Sons of the Pioneers. John Wayne, you probably heard of him. He made 4 movies out here: Rio Bravo, Rio Lobo, McClintock, and The Eldorado. Another TV show called Bonanza with the Cartwright family had a lot of filming done here. A lot of their stuff you're going to see in the museum downtown and right by the front gate across from the railroad station. That old railroad car over there on your right looks kind of bad, doesn't it? 37 years ago, it was in perfect condition, and it was in a movie called The Gambler with Kenny Rogers. Had all the window glass in it, nice plush soft seats, velour seats. Oh, it was comfortable. Nice window curtains, painted up real pretty. After the movie, they parked it there, so it's been sitting there for 37 years. That's just something the desert can do to something out here, so you got to be real careful. It gets hot here, people, and it's hot today. We got a lot of humidity. A lot of times the humidity's not but about 3%, but the temperature can get up to 115 or 20. They call it dry heat when the sun beats down, the wind blows, and the humidity's so low. I call it hot. When I know somebody moved out here from back east or up north, I tell them to stay out of the sun as much as they can and make you look old pretty quick. I moved out here from Missouri 21 years ago and nobody told me anything about staying out of the sun. I'm almost 27 years old. Yeah, I know it's hard to believe. If you look over to the left past that chapel, you'll see an old black steam locomotive. That's Reno. Reno's been in between 85 and 100 movies out here. One of his last one was called Joe Kidd. Clint Eastwood was in that movie. Eastwood got on it one day. Of course, he was Joe Kidd then. He was going to run it down the track a little ways. Well, he did, but he ran it through a saloon building. Can you imagine what those old cowboys in there drinking beer and playing poker would have thought? Get me out of here. How'd that train come in here? Yeah. Well, how'd he do it? They built it across the track so he could. Reno doesn't run anymore, but you can get over there and take your picture and stand beside him. He used to be really popular. Several years ago, they shipped him to Switzerland. He was on display over there for about 6 weeks, 2 months, something like that, at a locomotive convention. And then they shipped him back over here, and he's been right up there ever since. I'd like to thank you all for coming out and spending part of the day with us on this hot, humid day. Hope you're having a good time, and we'll have contention. I hope everybody's nice to you. Thank you for riding this little train ride, and I hope you enjoyed it a whole bunch. And if somebody asks you how was the train ride, I hope you tell them, well, it was a pretty good ride. Of course, on the other hand, there might be some little something you didn't like about it. I kind of hope you keep your mouth shut about that and not tell them. They don't need to know everything. When you leave here, I hope you have a real safe trip wherever you're going. Some of you may live around here, have a hotel over in Tucson. Maybe you're going to leave here and go to Phoenix or Casa Grande, Yuma, Benson, Tombstone, Green Valley, whatever. Watch out for the other drivers on these roads around here.